In times of trouble, in times of war, is Bitcoin a safe investment? Now, I don't want to be wishy-washy, but I am going to start by saying it can be a good investment and it can be not a good investment. Let's look at both sides of the equation. Before I start, and we're discussing cryptocurrency Bitcoin in the time of war, let me just say we're not a political program. What we believe in, obviously, is stable investments, and that you, an investor, in all kinds of difficult circumstances, do the best for yourself and for your investment portfolio. Let's start with the positive of Bitcoin during a time of war, a time of trouble. What's interesting about Bitcoin, it's not itself linked to any one government. It's not what is called a fiat currency. It is its own money. It stores its own value. A second thing about Bitcoin during times of upheaval, as we're seeing today in the world, is it's very fungible. You can put it on a wallet online. You can put it on a thumb drive and put it in your pocket. You can more and more pay for things with it, no matter what the circumstances, and you can travel with it. So that's all things that you want in what I would call a fungible currency. In terms of storing value, like gold, for example, gold tends to be an investment that in a time of war appreciates. But Bitcoin has proved itself in recent troubles in the world that it's less like gold, perhaps less like Bordeaux wines, and a little more like an asset class like common stocks that you'd see on the London or Berlin or whatever stock exchange. It fluctuates. So the price of Bitcoin during the recent upheaval in Europe, in the world, has really been a roller coaster. It was up at about 42,000, it came down to about 30,000, it's recovered back up to about 40,000. It has been an emotional ride, not just for the world, but for Bitcoin. The other point about Bitcoin in a time of trouble is this, that more and more in the recent upheavals that we've seen in Europe, cryptocurrencies have come under increasing scrutiny by various governments. Bitcoin in itself is international. It does not belong to any one nation. At the same time, the regulatory requirements to be an investor in a cryptocurrency are increasing. You have your own nationality, you have your own profile. I can't make any judgments on that. All I'm saying is that if we're looking at the positives, the fungibility that you put it in your pocket and go, the negatives are increasing regulatory environment surrounding cryptocurrency. In general, during times of trouble, what people look for in their investments is a product, is an asset class that will withhold the pressures that are placed on markets. I don't want to say Bitcoin has failed in that test, but I will say, and we saw the chart earlier, that if you're looking at the pricing of Bitcoin and you're looking at the roller coaster that the world has been in during the recent weeks and even months, what you're going to see is that cryptocurrency behaves a little more like a stock market and a little less like an asset class, such as gold, that just tends to appreciate during a crisis. With any investment, you have to look at your profile, you have to look at your risk tolerance, you have to look at what you can afford to lose, not just what you can imagine that you'll win, and make your decisions based on that. All investing, whether it's cryptocurrency, whether it's real estate, whether it's stock, whatever it is a risk, and you have to weigh that risk in connection with your personal circumstances. That's all the time we have today on The Investment Advisor. I'm your host, Matthew Stevenson, in partnership with Dukascopy TV. Remember, money can take care of you. It cannot take care of itself.